10 everyday things invented in the UK that you still use today. If you've ever poured tea into a thermos, tapped a pin at the till, or scrolled a web page before breakfast, you've quietly thanked British ingenuity. This isn't a dusty tour of patents. It's a lively walk through the things you touch every day without thinking. From clipped grass to clickable links, everyday life is threaded with UK inventions that endured because they're useful and brilliantly simple. So enjoy 10 everyday things invented in the UK that you still use today. A friendly countdown to the ideas that still power your routine. 10. The lawn mower, 1830. Before the mower, trimming grass meant scythes, sheep, and afternoons you'd never get back. Then engineer Edwin Beard Budding studied a cloth-shearing machine and had a neat idea. Rotate a cylinder of blades so it nibbles grass cleanly and evenly. His 1830 reel mower turned rough patches into neat lawns and made grounds keeping realistic for parks, clubs, and ordinary homes. Sports improved too. Consistent grass meant truer bounces and faster play. Modern variants look different. Cordless electrics, lightweight reels, even quiet little robots. But the principle is unchanged. A controlled cut repeated often keeps turf healthy and tidy. That regularity reduces weeds, encourages denser growth, and protects delicate root systems. The mower standardised what a garden could be, from bowling greens to back gardens, and it democratised pride of place. You didn't need a team of gardeners anymore, just a reliable machine and a few spare minutes. From an economy perspective, the mower supported booming British inventions in tool making and small engines, then fed into today's quiet battery platforms. Even the stripes that make a lawn look kept come from rollers paired with Budding's basic geometry. If your weekend includes that satisfying stripy finish and the faint smell of cut grass, you're living with a UK invention that transformed landscapes, habits, and Saturday schedules for good. 9. The tin can, 1810. When Peter Durand secured a British patent in 1810 to preserve food in tin-plated iron cans, he set off a chain of improvements that reshaped kitchens and commerce. The method is simple and brilliant. Pack the food, seal the can, heat to kill microbes, and keep air out. Early cans were heavy and awkward. Within decades, they became lighter, safer, and easier to open, moving from naval rations to everyday pantries. Why it still matters. The can is a champion of affordability and food security. Canned tomatoes, beans, soups, and fish ride out supply hiccups and seasonality, stretching budgets and reducing waste. Nutrition holds up well, and recipes stay convenient. Grab, open, cook. The shelf life gives families planning power and offers a fallback when fresh options run thin. Today's steel and aluminum cans use protective linings and lean manufacturing, while recycling loops recover metals at high rates. Emergency kits, school drives, and charity collections rely on cans because they're tough, safe, and easy to distribute. The core UK invention remains intact. Protect good food from oxygen, light, and microbes, and it will stay good for you. That's why the hum of an opener on a busy weeknight still feels like relief. 8. Tarmac roads, 1902. Travel used to mean dust in your eyes and wheels rattling through ruts. Building on John Loudon McAdam's layered roadbeds, Edgar Purnell Hooley noticed that a tar spill, mixed with stone and compacted, produced a tough, dust-free surface. In 1902, he patented Tarmacadam, tarmac, and the modern road took shape, smoother, quieter, and far less messy in rain. Tarmac doesn't just make drives nicer, it underpins daily life. School runs, ambulances, deliveries, buses and bikes all rely on stable surfaces that drain fast and grip well. When the road is right, everything from logistics to leisure happens on time. Even those small comforts. Coffee that doesn't leap from its cup, conversations you can actually hear, ride on Hooley's refinement. Modern asphalt mixes add polymers for flexibility, recycled rubber for sustainability, and smarter laying techniques that extend lifespan and reduce noise. Pavement markings, drainage systems, and safety barriers all assume a predictable surface beneath them. It's a British-born building block that disappears under tyres and footsteps, precisely because it works. Among UK innovations, few are as quietly decisive as the surface that keeps communities connected in all weather. City planners also credit better surfacing with expanding safe walking and cycling. Quieter, smoother pavements make neighbourhoods feel more welcoming, while modern, warm-mix asphalts cut energy during laying and lower fumes. Even small towns benefit as pothole-resistant mixes reduce maintenance cycles. It isn't glamorous, but tarmac is a UK invention that meets the world where it actually lives, on the move. 7. The vacuum Thermos flask, 1892. Your drink, your temperature, your timetable. The insulated bottle in your bag traces to Scottish chemist Sir James Dewar, who created the vacuum flask in 1892 for laboratory work. Two walls with a vacuum between them block heat flow by conduction and convection. Reflective surfaces cut radiation losses too. The lab tool later leapt into everyday life when manufacturers adapted Dewar's design for flasks and gave it a friendly name. It's the rare product that saves money, cuts waste, and boosts comfort. A vacuum flask keeps tea hot on frosty mornings, soup warm at a match, or water crisp cold on a long shift, without a plug in sight. It reduces single-use cups and impulse buys, and it shrugs off scrapes in a rucksack. Whether you're commuting, parenting, nursing, or building, you're relying on British thermodynamics turned into practical kindness. Designs keep evolving. Stainless steel bodies for toughness, silicone seals for reliability, wide mouths for ice, and easy clean interiors that don't hang onto flavours. Yet, the heart of the idea, the vacuum, hasn't changed because physics doesn't need rebranding. Among British inventions, the flask stands out for being small, portable, and immediately helpful every single day. 6. The vacuum cleaner, 1901. Before suction cleaning, carpets were dragged outside and beaten until the dust surrendered. Engineer Hubert Cecil Booth flipped the script. Instead of blowing dust away, suck it up. His 1901 petrol-powered prototype, nicknamed Puffing Billy, parked outside while long hoses reached in to clean. It was dramatic, but it proved the concept and sparked a century of innovation. Today's uprights, cylinders, bagless cyclones, cordless sticks, HEPA filters, and robot discs all descend from that moment. The payoff is cleaner air and less time wasted. Biscuit crumbs vanish, pet hair retreats, and muddy footprints meet their match. Filtration tech means what goes in stays in, which matters for allergies and indoor air quality. Attachments switch from hard floors to upholstery in seconds. Docking stations keep batteries topped up. There's science under the hood. Fine filters capture tiny particles, reducing exposure to dust mites and other irritants. Brush heads adapt to fibre depth. Crevice tools hunt crumbs where sofas meet skirting. Battery platforms extend run times and share chargers with other appliances. The whole category embodies British inventions done right, elegant mechanics made friendly for busy homes. The bigger win is habit change. Instead of deep clean days, we do quick maintenance passes. 5 minutes, job done. That rhythm fits modern life and keeps homes healthier overall. Booth's British insight was deceptively simple. Use negative pressure and containment, and it still governs how we keep houses, hotels, schools and offices clean at speed. 5. The incandescent light bulb, late 1870s. Electric light emerged through many hands, but in Britain, Joseph Swan refined a carbon filament lamp into something reliable enough for real rooms. famously illuminating the Savoy Theatre in 1881. The change was cultural as much as technical. Light lengthened evenings for reading and study, made factories safer, and transformed the look of cities after dark. Even if your fixtures now glow with efficient LEDs, the daily ritual, flick a switch, get light, belongs to the incandescent age. It taught us what to expect from indoor illumination: warm colour, immediate response, and predictability. Designers built shades, switches, and sockets around that promise, and we've been refining the package ever since, from compact fluorescents to smart bulbs and dimmers. Lighting culture grew around those early lamps: reading corners, shopfront displays, photography studios, even the warm setups we still love in film and TV. The fittings, bayonet caps, and Edison screws gave a stable interface so bulbs could evolve without rewiring every room. LEDs simply stepped into that socket and carried the story forward. The social knock-on is enormous: night classes, safer streets, later closing times, and 24-hour services. The original UK invention helped set human schedules free from sunset, and the lineage is visible every evening when homes glow and workplaces hum. However high-tech lighting becomes, it still traces to that first dependable, domestic-feeling glow. 4. Stainless steel, 1913. In industrial Sheffield, metallurgist Harry Brearley experimented with chromium additions to steel and in 1913 stumbled on an alloy that resisted rust with surprising stubbornness. Hygienic, shapeable, and tough, stainless steel spread quickly from cutlery to hospitals and food processing. Look around a kitchen and you'll spot its virtues immediately. It doesn't taint flavours, cleans easily, and survives heat, water, and knocks. Move beyond the sink and you'll see it in rail stations, lifts, clinics, and factories, places where cleanliness and longevity matter. Stainless also balances practicality with understated style, which is why designers keep choosing it for appliances and fittings. Ask a chef about steel grades, and you'll hear numbers like 188, 304, and 316L. Recipes of chromium, nickel, and molybdenum that resist stains, acids, and salt. Surgeons rely on precise alloys for instruments that must sterilize perfectly every time. Cafes, ferries, and labs trust stainless because it stays clean when the paste gets messy. On the sustainability side, stainless is highly recyclable, and quality grades last decades, reducing replacement cycles. That combination of hygiene, durability, and circularity explains its dominance. A British discovery became a material language for modern life: clean lines, clean surfaces, and tools that feel ready for work the moment you reach for them. 3. The modern flush toilet, 1775 to 1778. You can't build a healthy city without good plumbing. In 1775, Alexander Cumming patented the S-trap, a simple water seal that blocks sewer gases from coming back indoors. Joseph Bramah followed with a sturdier mechanism in 1778, especially useful in demanding settings. Together, they defined the modern water closet's logic. Waste goes out, air quality stays in. The benefits reach far beyond convenience. Effective sanitation cut disease dramatically and made dense urban living possible. Design details, trap geometry, venting, flush volumes have evolved, but the core British insight endures in every apartment, stadium, train, and cafe. It's invisible when it works, unforgettable when it doesn't, and utterly essential to dignity and health. The vocabulary broadened: S-traps, P-traps, U-bends, but the mission stayed constant: maintain a water seal and vent gases safely. Modern sewer networks, treatment works, and public hygiene campaigns built on this foundation and dramatically reduced waterborne disease. In short, Cummings and Bramah's ideas helped entire cities breathe easier. Modern fixtures go further with dual flush options, water-saving valves, and better ceramics. But the everyday magic is still that sealed water barrier. It's a triumph of engineering empathy. No drama, no smells, just reliable comfort. Among UK inventions, the toilet is the least glamorous and perhaps the most life-affirming. 2. The ATM and the pin, 1966 to 1967. In the 1960s, Scots engineer James Goodfellow patented the personal identification number system, allowing a machine to verify a human with something they have, a card, and something they know, a number. Barclays launched the first public cash dispenser in Enfield, London in 1967, and together, these ideas made banking feel fast and ordinary. Even in a contactless world, the PIN is everywhere, at chip and pin terminals, kiosks, and bank machines. It's a smart compromise between security and speed, letting you move through errands without surrendering privacy. The ATM also reshaped streets. Accessible money extended opening hours for life itself. Night shift workers, travellers, and small businesses all benefited from predictable access to cash. Chip and pin, EMV, refined the model, allowing cards to prove themselves cryptographically, while the human proved themselves with a short secret. Offline and online checks, limits, and fallbacks keep queues moving even when connectivity hiccups. Meanwhile, one-time codes and device prompts echo the same layered logic in a smartphone world. The pattern outlived cash itself. Whether you're authenticating a device, confirming a card, or pairing an app, the logic of a short secret remains. This British pairing didn't just save time, it standardized digital trust for the everyday world, fast enough to feel effortless, strong enough to keep your day moving. 1. The World Wide Web, 1989 to 1991. The Internet is the plumbing. The World Wide Web is the bathroom you actually want to use. British computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee proposed the web at CERN in 1989, wrote the first browser and server the following year, and opened it in 1990-1991. He combined URLs to locate, HTTP to fetch, and HTML to display, so people could share and browse documents with simple links. That gentle design choice, human-readable addresses and clickable hyperlinks, made the net welcoming to everyone. From recipes and repairs to research, streaming, maps, messaging, and shopping. The web acts like the common room of modern life. It's flexible enough to host a hobby blog and powerful enough to run global platforms. For creators and learners, it's a superpower. Publish once, reach many. Search once, discover more. Standards keep evolving, but the spirit of British innovation at the core, simple rules that invite participation, still guides how the web grows. Every tap, scroll, and search is a tiny thank you to a UK-born idea that turned raw connectivity into something friendly and findable for billions. Berners-Lee later founded the World Wide Web Consortium, W3C, to steward open standards so anyone could build on the platform. ViewSource taught generations how pages work. Open protocols let small creators stand beside giants. The web's British DNA shows in that civically minded design. Simple rules, widely shared, that make participating easy. Practical, durable, and human-sized. That's the thread through these UK breakthroughs. They solved ordinary problems so elegantly they became habits. The best proof is your day. As you mow, click, sip, pay, and flush, remember, 10 everyday things invented in the UK that you still use today. British ingenuity doing work. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.